As the demand for low-cost housing rises in the urban centers, so does the demand for investors.
There's been a lot of focus on the high-end housing units, and these are specifically talking about the apartment, because the returns have been really good. And a lot of people are now focused on the low-cost housing development.
Joe Makadia is the managing director of Bora Capital. He says that in addition to government officials setting sound guidelines and initiating low-cost housing schemes, the private sector could play a more active role.
I think it's a matter of the public sector not really being engaged by the private sector. So we should not really blame the government for not addressing some of our issues. A lot of the private developers don't know what is in place for low-cost housing development.
Bora Capital recently introduced a concept that Makadia says would grow the low-cost housing market.
What we've done is come up with property funds. The property funds right now are being privately placed, that is in terms of funds. And what that does is that it brings the price of the housing unit down.
But he says the challenges have been more than the private sector could bear alone.
We've engaged the government and specifically the Capital Markets Authority to put in the regulations for real estate investment trust. So we are expecting a draft regulation to come out in the next maybe 1 or 2 months, so that now we can actually tap public markets. And these we are talking about any retail investor who wants to invest into real estate with as little as 5,000 or 10,000 Kenya shilling. So now they can own a part of commercial real estate.
Government-private partnerships are still the top priority in instituting low-cost housing. Renita Young, Eyewitness Business.